What's happening, people? Dan Lawless here for West Ham Fan TV, and I'm filling in for Scott for this week's big match preview for Watford versus West Ham. He's asked me if I could cover him, as he's been really busy this week. So very, very interested to see how we perform. We should have a full strength side this week. We'll get more into that, but this is a game that both teams are looking for their first win of the season. Watford coming off of back-to-back defeats, conceding 4 goals, scoring none. West Ham, obviously, we lost 5-0 to Man City, then going on to the 1-1 draw against Brighton. So, yeah, both teams looking for that first win. They're wounded, they're going to be hungry, they're going to be trying to get something for this game hard. They're going to be coming hard. Of course, every team tries to get something from a game. But when you come off of back-to-back defeats, it does give you a bit of a slap in the face and a wake-up call of we need to really up our levels. So, and of course, that always seems to happen against West Ham. Again, they've scored no goals, enter West Ham, as they say. And they haven't kept a clean sheet, obviously. They've lost both games, enter West Ham. So, there is opportunities for us to West Ham it up. But it's, again, a good opportunity to get our first win of the season. Like I said, full strength squad. They are missing Troy Deeney, their big danger man up front. Troy Deeney, who I believe does like a goal against us. So he's having knee surgery. Now, I don't want to celebrate anyone getting injured, but it is a boost that for us that he won't be playing. So no Troy Deeney. However, they have Andre Gray up front. So he's a player that's still someone to be concerned about. A few stats. Watford have won more Premier League matches against West Ham than they have any other side in the competition. That's 5. So they've beaten us more than they've beaten anyone. It's typical. Why have we always got to be that stat for other teams? It really winds me up. However, West Ham have lost, and this surprised me, right? Just 2 of our last 15 away league games versus Watford. We've won 9, drawn 4, lost 2. I was really surprised about that. I don't know why. I just had a feeling like we didn't do well against Watford away, apart from obviously last season where we smashed them 4-1. Yeah, interesting stat. It doesn't really tell you much about what's going to happen on Saturday, but it's always nice to look at those stats. But yeah, so I think for us we've got Allaire coming back in, and we've got Anderson coming back in. So that is a big boost. It's hard to justify obviously dropping Chicharito as he's just scored. However, he didn't really add much to the game other than the goal, nor did we really play to his strengths. So it just makes sense to bring Allaire back in. I know some are calling for us to play 4-4-2. I can't see Pellegrini doing that. I think Allaire will go straight up front on his own. I think that this is a game where he's going to flourish. We're going to see a lot more of the ball than we did against Man City. So there's a lot more opportunities to create some chances for him, or him to create chances. He is a creative player as well as being a goal scorer. So that's a positive. Now, speaking of creating chances, we need to do better at that from the start this time, because we didn't have one shot on target against Brighton in the first half, nor did we had one shot, and that was Rice's hoof over the bar. So we need to do better at creating chances. Now, I think I would not start Fornals. I would start Antonio. I think Fornals is going to take a bit more time to adapt to the Premier League, and starting him at Brighton away, he had a hard time there. He didn't see too much of the ball. He was getting pressed a lot. I would save him at the moment, bring him on as a sub, and then get him acclimatised to the pace and the physicality of the Premier League. I would start Antonio. We looked a much better side when he came on in the second half. He created a lot more space, a lot more opportunities for us. So I'd definitely start Antonio. If you want to see my full lineup, you can check out the FIFA match prediction I done, and we had the lineup there. So that's what I think we should go for. But yeah, I would definitely start Antonio. He's looked good in the City game, and he's looked good in the Brighton game. So got to start. Key player for us, I believe, will be this man, Lanzini. Manuel Lanzini, who got the assist for Chicharito. Great run. He's looked good so far at the start, early on in the season. By the way, t-shirts in the link in the description below if you do want to get one. So yeah, I've got a weird positive feeling overall. I think if I think about it, I've got a strangely positive feeling, but it's going to tell us a lot about where our season is going, our performance. We're going to be able to read a lot from this. Our biggest weakness is going to be set pieces. That's what worries me, set pieces. I think when they've got players like Gray, who's quite a big player, got a bit of size to him, and the thing is, that's our weakness in general, is marking. That's what we need to do this week, and we need to sort out our marking. We need to decide who's marking whose job it is, rather than all of this. I don't know whether we're trying to do zonal, or it's just the players' lack of concentration or lack of awareness, but we need to be marking the key players and key threats in the box. We also saw Ogbonna come in for Balbuena. Now, here's the thing. I could see him bringing Balbuena back in for Ogbonna, but I just don't want to see us keep chopping and changing the centre backs. I want to see us have just pick two, build up that partnership over season. I think it's important. I'm feeling pretty good, apart from just the fact of they haven't won a game or scored a goal yet, and we love to break those records. So I think we've got a good opportunity. I did predict 2-1. But you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to go for 3-1. I'm going to go for 3-1. I think this could be a good one for us, you know. I think with Allaire back, with Felipe Anderson back, Lanzini, them playing together. You've got Antonio being on the form that he's on. I think, you know, it could be a very fruitful game for us, and we can score and hopefully make a dent in that negative goal difference. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this one was alright. Obviously, I don't do these that often, so I'm a bit out of sorts with it. But yeah, let me know what your guys' predictions are for the game. What do you fancy? And what would you want the lineup to be? Like I said, you can check out them FIFA match prediction if you want to see my lineup of the game. One thing left to say, come on you irons.